Hello, beautiful people. Future me. Welcome to another programming workout of mine. Let's get into it. Today we will be doing Spring. Oh, I'm doing something in here already. Let's do it again then. Let's go. I'll finish this. All right. Did we get 737? Yeah, I did not felt nice. Oh well, so we'll stop this timer, start the other timer, and see in our um, so we next thing to do is bean post processor. So I'm in the right place. So let's get into it. So the bean post processor interface defines callback methods that you can implement to provide your own instantiation logic, dependency resolution logic, etc. Bean post processor. You can also implement some custom logic after Spring Container finishes instantiation, configuring and initializing a bean by plugging in one or more bean post-processor implementations. Okay, so I can do multiple of them. You can configure multiple. You can configure multiple bean post-processor interfaces, and you can control the order in which these bean post-processor interfaces execute by setting the order property, provided the bean post-processor implements the ordered interface. So if I implement the bean post-processor and my post-processor interface, no, I'm setting the order property provided by bean post-processor. So that is interface by bean post-processor. Yeah, it is. Okay, so my implementation, and I need to set the order property provided bean post-processor implements the ordered interface. So that's inherit from ordered, I suppose. Okay, now Curious if I will be able to pour this without. Oh, it works. So cool. Registers these beans as post processors. And what? The bean post processors operate on bean or object instances, which means that the Spring IOC container, so the container is the inversion of control container, okay? An application context automatically detects, well, IOC container bean instance. Bean post processors operate on bean object instances, which means that the Spring IOC container instantiates a bean instance and then preprocessor interface do their work, okay? Interfaces. So the implementations are called interfaces as well. Interface and registers these beans as post processors to be then called appropriately by the container upon bean creation and destruction, I suppose. So we have an example. I need to create something. Do I want to create another one? Maybe I can just do, you know, so exercise it. Create a project, name it Sprint example, and create tutorial. Okay, so I will do Spring example bean post processors. New project. Okay, so I will go here and here I say new project, and here we want Spring. Yep. And library we will select. Use library, download, create. I want this. I want go to. Can I go? How can I go up? Just the left arrow. Okay. So cdef and delete. Where did I had this? Okay, so it was not here. So here. Where do I have the? It must be here. Idea project. Okay. And no, but I had Spring framework here are the lips. And can I select here everything? I cannot. Okay. So I'll select all of those because I don't want to choose. Lazy, I know. Yeah. Next. And this will be Spring example dash what? That was bean post processors. Okay. Finish. I will do new window. Okay. So now we'll have a look in here, and now in the source we will create a package, and that will be package that will become example yeah, like that, I think. Then in here we will create the XML configuration file, Spring config. It will be called beans. Then I will do which is ignored. What is ignored? Why it is ignored? Configure what? What? That's weird. You're drunk. Here I will create. I need the hello world bean, and I need application. So we'll start with the hello world class. Yep. And here we will have a public string message. Yeah, and I will implement getter and setter. Here we go. But setter is good, but this one I don't like. User will be void. You will not return anything, and here we will just print out message. Okay, so then I will create another class, and that will be application main. I don't know, application main. And here in public static void main method, I will create the application context. So it will be abstract application context equals, and this will be new, and this will path from XML or something like that. Path from XML. How was it? New XML. XML web application app. XML app. XML app. Generic explain file class path application context. Yeah, and here we will say beans.xml. This is where it lives. Then we will create some beans. But first of all, I will, yeah, so first I will define it in here. I will create a bean. Bean and ID will be hello. Then class will be com.example.hello world. Here we go. And that will be it for this moment. I don't know what else comes here. Yeah, so I'll save that, and then I will, in the application, in the context, I will get the thing. So I will say context dot get bean, and it is hello. Yeah, the type will be hello world. Yep. And the entire thing I will go to the variable. It will be our hello, and then I can say hello dot set message. Say hello default person, and then I can say hello dot get message. That's it. I think I created that. Maybe it will even work. So let's run it. Beans XML is wrong, so maybe it's just beans. I'll try to rerun it. As well, not beans nested exception file not found. Beans cannot because it does not exist. Okay, so what do we have here? We have gone beans XML. So what's the problem? So I will create another package because I think that was the difference. Oh, the beans supposed to be in source, I think. And maybe no. Maybe I have to change to the beans XML here again. Yeah, beans XML. And I will rerun it, and now it should work, I think. Cool. So that works. And now, okay, so that was the training of that, and now I want to see how to do the post processor. So, oh, we have the init and destroy things, so we can do that. So, hello world, here we will have public void init, and we will just print here at init method, and I'll duplicate it, and this will be destroy, and here will be destroy as well. Okay, so we did that. This is a very basic example of implementing bean post processor, which prints a bean name before and after initialization of any bean. You can implement more complex logic before and after initializing a bean, because you have access on bean object inside both the post processor methods. Okay, so there's init hello world, which implements bean post processor, and we will just start there. And I will just implement it and see what the implemented methods are, and maybe I could figure it out by myself. So I'll go here, and we will create a class, and this will be init hello world, and we will say implements bean post processor. That's this. Mm, it, why it doesn't scream at me that I should implement something? Process before initialization says nullable. How? I cannot. Hmm, interesting. What does it say here? Source code created from. Ah, okay. From the compiler. Okay, so I'll go here. And inside of it, I will do. Oh, Control I. Implement, okay, both of them. Okay. And we can, okay, so I will return the bean in here, and I also will print out before initiation on bean space plus bean name. Okay. So we have that, and here I will do the same thing or similar, and that will be after initialization on bean plus bean name, and we can return bean, I guess. Okay, so mhm. Following is the content of main app file. Here you need to register shutdown hook method that is declared on the Upsark application context class. This will ensure graceful shutdown and calls to relevant destroy methods. Okay, so he went this way. He did configure that. So let's do that. So uh, so we have the init and so on, but I won't go to the beans. And here we will say init method, and that is init. And then we say destroy method, and that will be the destroy one. That was quick. And then in the application, we want the the hook. Have the hook. So we say context register shutdown hook. That's the stuff we want. Save it. Run it, and that would be it. Maybe. Let's try it. Init method, destroy method. Okay, so that by itself runs the init and destroy methods, but it's not enough. We need to do something that the init methods will do their work. So how do we do that? Context register, yeah, so we did that, and then we did that. Bean class, the following is the configuration beans XML required for init and destroy methods. So we did that. What is this? Why is it here? Once you are done with creating the source and bean configuration file, let us run the application. If everything is fine with your application, it will print the following message. So we just put in the bean with the class. That's it. Okay, so we do that. And here I will say bean class, and the class will be com dot example dot, and it is the in the hello world, yeah, and we will close it. Okay, so and now if I rerun it, it will do. Hmm, interesting. Only looks like only by including that bean into our configuration, into our container, it will run on every other bean instantiation. That's how it looks like to me right now. Also, I can see we have, yeah, we have before initialization and after. I thought I was calling twice, same thing. Mhm. Okay, so we have that, and bean will destroy now. So that is in the destroy method. Mm, okay, so we completed this lesson. That's great. So I will, what, normally I write something here, but let's do it. The bean definition inheritance is the next thing to do. So I will write it in here. Okay, so it will be, come on, work. Bean definition inheritance. Okay, and this timer says we are over the time, which means we are done. Done is better than perfect, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.